Hi there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampingup.net. Thank you so much for joining me in these 5 weeks of Christmas. This card is a bridge fold. Really easy to make. Such a super cute card. And I'm using the Festive Friends stamp set and the coordinating dies. These are all Stampin' Up products. Here is the dies. Here they are here. All really cute dies to cut out the Santa and all these little cute images. This is an online product only, so you won't find it in the Stampin' Up catalogue. But I have linked the products in the description bar below, so if you click on them, you'll be taken to my online store for Stampin' Up, where you can shop. All the products I'm using today are Stampin' Up products, as I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Also, the paper we're going to be using is actually from the Christmas catalogue. It is the Christmas Tags and More. It's 6x6 paper, but it comes with all fabulous embellishments, which I'll be using in other projects in these 5 weeks. I have linked it in the description bar below, and it's on page 15 of this mini catalogue. Let's go ahead and get this card made. It's super easy. It doesn't look it. And I have to give shout outs to other Stampin' Up demonstrators who've made this particular bridge fold using different products, but I'm just casing it and putting my own spin on it. So we're going to start with a piece of real red, and this measures 8 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score it. Let's grab my Simply Scored scoring tool. You can use your trimmer if you would prefer when you're doing this. So you're just going to score on that long side at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. And I've put the those dimensions linked in below as well. Now at this point you can adhere your paper if it's easier, and I actually find it a little bit easier to adhere the paper now than do the folding. So the paper is cut from that Tags and More. These are 4 strips of 4 by, what are they, 4 by 1, I think they are. Different ones there. And then a longer strip of 5 1/2 by 1 by 5 1/4, and it will go on this front strip here. I'm not sure which side I'm going to use yet, but I'll probably go similar to how I've done that one, I think. So let's go and grab some Tombow and pop these on the front. So actually it might be easier to fold it first, so I know which is the front and which is the back. So just fold the inside, these outside pieces in first, so that second score line in, fold that in, and then these outside score line fold out just to there. Okay, so it looks like that. All right, that's what it looks like. So our this paper is going to go in here. Now if you prefer, you can put your sentiment to write in a sentiment, but it's a little bit hard to write. I have adhered a piece on the back, but this is cut from that Tags and More paper, and I think it looks really effective on this particular one. So let's pop that on with some Tombow into the middle. Oops, wrong way. If you haven't checked out that Tags and More paper, it's so worthwhile because there are so many attachments to go with it, like little individual pieces that go with it. What shall I do? My outside pieces. Oops. Yeah, or shall we go all squares? What do you think? How did I do that one? I did all squares. Let's go all squares. What the heck? I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't see them that much, but I recommend the Tombow for this one because you've got a little bit of wiggle room. I'm trying to get them lined up as evenly as I possibly can. The good thing about this is that you don't have to get too much writing on the back of it. I stamped the back of this one, but I don't think if I'm making any more of these cards, I probably won't stamp the back. Right, for the front. Ooh, to get that even. How does that look? Not quite. Not quite. It's okay. And then this one. And I think we'll put the other colour on the outside, the little diamond, just to break up all the plaid. I love plaid. Anything plaid, I'm going to love it. Let's put all this on now, so we can let that settle in while we do our stamping. Like I said, I have put links in the description bar below, all these dimensions, so you don't have to write anything down if you don't want to. Okay, right, that's good. Let's go ahead and stamp and colour this little guy. So there is a die for all of these, and I'm going to stamp him in Early Espresso rather than basic black. Here he is. Sometimes I just prefer to stamp and base in Early Espresso. I don't really know why. I just do. Right, let's do a little bit of colouring. I'm using my Stampin' Blends. I'm going to go in with my dark real red. Just make sure I've still got, yep, still see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to put a little bit of dark real red just here. And then colour that out with the light. I'm just using the bullet tip. Not a huge amount of colouring, just enough. Ooh. Go. I love colouring. One of my most favourite things to do. And the same with his little hat. Just put a little bit of dark colour there for the shading. You don't have to, you can just use one colour if you prefer. And then just colour those out. I would refer to this as my down and dirty colouring because it's quick, pretty easy. Alright, I'm going to use some petal pink for his, dark petal pink for his hair. On my sample here I coloured his face in, but I'm going to leave it plain this time. I'm going to give him some little cheekies with my light petal pink, and on his nose as well. Let's put a little bit there. And this is my basic black for his mittens. And his booties, I'm leaving everything else plain. Should go with traditional century looks. He's so cute. And as an online exclusive, it won't stay forever. So if you really like this stamp set and the dies, don't hesitate to get them because they won't last forever. This is, what colour is this? This is the light grey granite. I think I just put a little bit around here. Now to finish it off, I would recommend a little bit of Wink of Stella. Where is my Wink of Stella? Here we go. You won't really pick it up I know, in the video, but just a little bit of Winker Stella there, and I'm going to put a little bit up here as well, and down here. But when you have got the project in front of you, you'll see that. And if you can pick it up on the video, probably not. It's probably a bit dark. So you'll die cut that out with this little die right there. I've gone ahead already and got one ready in advance. Here it is. So we're going to use that one right now, just to save a little bit of time for the video. And these dies also have this great cutout right here, which we're using across the front here. Isn't it great with the little diamond cutouts? I think it's so cute. And I went ahead already and stamped that in real red. So little piece of garden green right here for center. And the other item in here is the die, the tree die. I've cut it out in crumb cake, and it also cuts out the stalk in the middle. I cut two, so I've got that in Granny Apple Green. And once I've adhered the tree, which I'll do first, I will pop that little Granny Apple Green stem in. Still need a little bit of Tombow in here. Just pop that just there, and then there should be enough residual Tombow to hold that in. Is it going to be? Maybe not. I'll just put a tiny little dab, like tiny to hold that in. You don't have to do that, you can leave it out if you want to, and you'll just see the green at the back of the cutout anyway, but it's up to you, whatever you prefer. Let's pop this on, a little centre on now, some dimensionals. Whoops. Do you have backings everywhere around your house? I always do. They follow me. They follow me around the house. And pop him on there. So I think I already mentioned, but that's cut out with garden green with the stylish shape die. Right, let's go ahead and put the rest of this together. We'll put our piece of basic white on the back for your right in your okay. Now, how did I do this last time? What I'm going to do is attach this piece in here first on this side. Let's get this a little bit organized here. So I'm going to use my glue and not do much, just a little bit, and I'm just sort of going to eyeball a little bit, like, I don't know, ½ an inch up from the bottom, thereabouts, and then just hold that into position. Oops, too much. Oh, I should have known better. You know what, we won't use green, we won't use blue for the other side because I don't want it to be all sticky. I'll use my Stampin' Plus. And we're going to come over and do the same thing and attach that one there. So I'm going to put a little bit of Stampin' Plus here. I hope I got it right. And then fold that one in and then just attach. And hopefully we are sweet. Yep, and there it is. So whether you use your Tombow or your Stampin' Plus, it's really up to you. I'm going to pop a couple more dimensionals on here to attach this one. I think that, I really do feel like that Designer Series paper just works perfectly in there. It was sort of a happy accident. I hadn't actually planned it that way, because I was going to stamp on the inside. I pop some dimensionals on there, pop this one in so it's coming in a little bit from the edge, wherever you want to see it, and then the sentiment will go here. I've already popped a couple of dimensionals on the back of that one. Just gonna pop that in there, fold the card down, whoops, and it should fit perfectly. Yes, it does. And just for the final little piece, we have got these are the red and white backed peppermint dimensionals, sorry, adhesive dots that we had last year, and they are still here. So let's pop a couple of these just for a bit more colour right in there. They're so cute. It's keeping with our red and white theme. Oops. Now, okay, what I've done there, that's quite good that I made that mistake. Let me just take that off very quickly. So, oh, don't want to rip it. So what I did, very stupidly, I should have adhered my dimensionals straight onto here. Otherwise, they're going to stick to the back of the card. Let me just see if I can fix it. I'll have to use new ones. So don't adhere your, whatever adhesive you're going to use, adhere it directly onto this little bridge piece. Otherwise, what I just did there will happen. So let's just try that again. So I'll just pop them one there, and one there, so you won't see them. Okay, that was a bit silly. Rookie mistake. Yeah, and then just pop that back on there like that. There you go. And there you have it. Bridge fold card made using the Festive Friends stamp set and dies. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, stampingmary@gmail.com. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed that video. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye now.